A pleasant evening to one and all present here. I take immense pleasure in welcoming you all on today's webinar, Blockchain Technology. Let us invoke the blessings of the Almighty for the successful conduct of the event, along with the blessings of the late chairman, Sri D. Sudarsanam. On behalf of SA Engineering College, our respected college chairman, Sri D. Duraiswamy, our secretary, Sri D. Dasarathan, our correspondent, Sri S. Amarnath, director, Sri D. Sabarinath, our beloved principal, vice principal, head of the departments, professors, faculty members, and last but not the least, students of our institution, I extend my warm welcome to our honorable guest, Mr. S. Kirti Kumar, who possess expert knowledge on the field of blockchain technology. And I would also like to welcome our beloved audience, the students of school and polytechnic college. Let me take this moment with pleasure to say a few words about our institution. SA Engineering College was established during the year 1998-99 by Dharma Naidu Educational and Charitable Trust. With an overall experience of 23 years, our college is an autonomous institution that is affiliated to Anna University Chennai and approved by AICTE Delhi. The college is well equipped along with various facilities for the working and learning members of the institution, with 5 lakh square feet of constructed area that includes classrooms, seminar halls, laboratories, individual department libraries, central library, workshops, and associated facilities. In recognition of the high quality policies, our college has been awarded ISO 9001-2015 certificate. Our college provides 10 undergraduate programs and 6 postgraduate programs. All our undergraduate programs are accredited by the National Board of Accreditation Delhi and NAC certified with A grade. The college provides a high standard of education by providing a wide array of world-class academic facilities, employing highly qualified and experienced faculty members, and creating an ambience of conducive quality education. And once again, I welcome you all for joining with us. I now hand over the session to the resource person. Sir, please.
A very pleasant evening to all present here. I am S. Kirti Kumar from SA Engineering College from the Department of EEE. I am going to take us about the blockchain technologies. Basically, what is blockchain? Blockchain is a specific type of database. A specific type of database in the way which stores the information. Blockchain, which contains the blocks, and the blocks which contains the data, and data are stored in the and saved in the hash forms. Blockchain stores the data in the blocks and they are chained together and forms as a blockchain, the entire chain. The new data comes in and enters into the flesh block. One of the block is filled and it is chained to the another block and stores in the form of ashes. For example, there is a block 1 which contains the data 1. It's saved in the form of ashes. We can tell us it is saved in the ashes, hash forms. The hashes is connected to the another block which contains the data 2 which contains the hash 2. The data are saved in the blocks and converted into the hash forms, and these hashes are get connected to this data 3. I mean that block 3 which contains the data 3, another specific information, and it is saved in the form of hashes number 3. So the entirely it is linked together and it is known as blockchain. This is blocks and this is contains the blockchain. The blockchain which uses the decentralized way. There is no single person or as a group of controls. These blockchains are immutable. Anyone can access at any time like that. The transactions are permanently recorded and viewable to anyone. So this entire system is decentralized and easily accessible. There are millions of information, different types of information. Any information can be stored in these blocks and formed in the data. These data are converted into a different hash types. Hash types are get connected to that another block. Like that, it comes like linking and forms the entire chain. This is about the basic about the blockchain. Here comes to the types of blockchain. Types, there are majorly three different types of blockchain: public blockchain, private blockchain, and federated blockchain. The private blockchain, which is specifically used for the single company users can be used for the private blockchain. Privately, we can use the data stored and it can be multiplied and connected to the link form can be used at a particular company, a single company users. Whereas the public blockchain is an open source program which anyone can be a part of that blockchain. Anyone can be accessible. Anyone can be a part. Different kind of companies, different kind of posts can be a part and access that blockchain. And next one is the federated blockchain. Federated blockchain is nothing but the group of people or group of selected companies can only associate and access that blockchain. Only a selected number of peoples and group of peoples only access that blockchain. They can store that more information, any data's information in that and convert it into hash forms and created a chain and it can be used. Whatever the information are listed can be stored and used in it. Different types of information can be also stored and used as ledger for transactions. Here come to the basic architecture. The basic architecture of the blockchain, which runs on the major five principles: the timestamp and the version and the miracle root, the difficulty target and nouns and the previous hashes. Previous hashes which forms a vital role to develop the next level of blockchain. The data which stored in the block can be converted into the hashes and that hashes has been connected to the blockchain. The data are directly not linked to the block 2. The data are connected to that block through the hashes, only through the hashes. Here, for example, here consider here nearly it contains of 5 blocks. Block 1 which has the data 1 and data 1 can be stored in the form of hashes h1. The h1 is connected to this block 2. Block 2 as connected to the hash 1, hash of the previous block. Here forms as a chain, while as the hash 2 has been come from the data 2. Hash 2 has been linked to the data 3, the 3 of the data, and it forms as the block 3. And the block hash of the block 3 has been saved as hash 3 and it has been linked. Further, it can be entirely which can be formed as a chain-like structure. The basic architecture has been entirely run in the form of timestamp, version, miracle root, difficulty target, nouns, and previous hashes. Previous hashes which plays a very vital role in this system. This is the entire concept of blockchain and the architecture of the blockchain. Here comes to the cryptography. Cryptography, which plays the very vital role in the blockchain technology. The word crypto is hidden. Graphy, this means writing something. Cryptography, which provides the secure communication in the presence of malicious third parties. Instead of allowing the third parties, it provides a very secure communication in between us. It uses the algorithm of encryption, which has the keys has been encrypted and further it can be decrypted. It runs in the form of key and save as a key. Only the key can be used for encrypted and decrypted. Algorithms are considered secure if the attacker cannot be determine any properties of the blocks. So only we can using the principle of cryptography. The main principle is nothing but the encryption and decryption, which plays the very vital role in the cryptography. Here comes to the basic. Here some readable format has been stored in the block, which is considered as data. Further, it is converted into the hash and it is encrypted through a cryptography process. It is encrypted into some code and converted into a hash as a non-readable format and stored as a clipper text. It can be stored privately in this key. This entire process is for the particular user. And next, this is another particular user number 2, which it can be sent to a as the non-readable format. The text has been encrypted in only the non-readable format, and it is sent to that another user as a clipper text in a non-readable format. The another user only it can be decrypted, only it can be accessible that readable format. That what that user one has been dedicated, it can be only after the description it can be able to analyze this what happens inside. So by the way, the key plays the vital role. The key from the user one has been transferred to the user two. Only the through the key it can be accessible. Here's the basic cryptography techniques has been used in the blockchain. The main factors for this cryptography is confidentiality and integrity and non-repudiation and authentication. Confidentiality is nothing but there are two users, user 1 and user 2. The data sent from the user 1 to user 2, it can be securely and safely sent through the users. Without any changes, the data should be still. This is called as confidentiality. Confidentiality. And integrity is nothing but collapsing some data and changing some information. This is user 1, this is user 2. Changing some, the user 1 sends the data which can be indicated as green color has been sent to the user 2. Third user has been changing the data at red file and the misunderstandings are taking place and the user 1 has been sent the data to the user 2 while as the wrong data has been sent. Wrong data means it's considered of that any wrong information and changing in the information, changing in the data, collapsing the data like that. Here take this. Non-repudiation is nothing but without repudiation any changes. Like that the user what sends, the what receives from the user 2. Without any changes, non-repudiation, without involvement in another third parties, the data has been transferred very securely and secure communication. Without any malicious third-party attacks, the data should be transferred through it. These are the four categories which has been used as the cryptography techniques. While though the blockchain technology has been run under this cryptography technique, there are two types of cryptography: symmetric key cryptographies and asymmetric key cryptographies. By the way, first we can see about the symmetric key cryptography. Symmetric key cryptography is nothing but the data sent from the one is to be encrypted and sent to the clipper text. Further, it is sent to the another user, and it is saved as the key one. The data sent from the here has been saved from K1. Another data has been sent to the user 1 to another clipper text. It has been saved as K2. Further, these two data are sent to the user 2. These data has been sent as an encrypted form to this data to this user, and this saves as the key 1. The key 1 has been sent to the user number 2, and while as the K3, it is the another key which is encrypted and comes here. It is saved as the K3. So the same key has been used for the both encryption and decryption. Basically, this is called as a symmetric key cryptography. Symmetric means identical keys, same keys, which has been used for encryption and decryption purposes. A sender and a receiver may already share the key through it. So the sender has been center key. It has been both keys has been used. This is called as this symmetric key cryptography. Here comes to the next type, asymmetric key cryptography, which uses the asymmetric cryptography, which uses the two keys, namely a public key and private key. The public key, which has been the data has been stored at the public key, and the private key. Private key it can be accessible only by the user number one. It cannot be accessed by the user number two. Whatever a public key is nothing but accessible by user one and user two and user three. Every people here every can access the public key, but the private key only accessible by user number one, user number C, user number B. Meanwhile, asymmetric means using the two different types of keys. While as for encryption they are using a public key, for decryption they are using a private key. It only mainly takes place. While as the public key has been kept the all secret items carefully, but the private key, public key must be freely distributed the overall secrets around it. So here comes to we have seen about the types of asymmetric keys and symmetric keys in cryptography. Here comes to the hashing. Hashing is the process of having some input item, whatever reflecting length of an output item as a fixed length. Here comes to the input. Input comes in the arbitrary length, a particular very short period of length. It can be sent as a hash function using the SHA message digest and has been converted into a fixed length of output. Meanwhile, by using the blockchain technologies in the cryptocurrencies, transactions are varied from the length to length, and it can be conveniently has been stored from as a fixed length of hashes. So only we are using the hashes. The output which comes stored at the fixed length is called as hashes. Many hashes has been stored, it's commonly just called as SHA 256, commonly using the hashes, which has a bit length of 256 bits length. Nearly the output is equal to 32 bytes. How conveniently has been set to the fixed length to 256 bytes to 32 bytes, like that. The size of the hash will depend on the hash function utilized. Whatever the size of the hash, which depends upon the input. So only if the hashes has been set at a specific size. For example, the hash we can consider it as a Navin Reddy as a name. Under a hash function of SHA256, it can be stored at a form of this 32 bytes digit. We can see that how short the input is, but the output is so long. This is called as hash. This is accessible only by the blocks. So here we have completed about the hashing. Then here comes to the major part. It called as Bitcoin. Basically, Bitcoin is not equal to blockchain. Bitcoin is an application of the blockchain technology. Blockchain is an underlying data structure which can be used for many things, including the cryptocurrencies. Blockchain is a technology. Bitcoin is an application. It's a basic application which is used under the blockchain. We must know about the history of the Bitcoin. Satoshi Nakamoto, who published the Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. It is a very electronic and digital cryptocurrency which is transferred at digital format. It is the earliest form of cryptocurrencies. This allows the online payment from one party to another party without going any financial institutions. Without any financial institutions like bank, like that transaction, we can able to transfer the digital cryptocurrency from one party to another party. It is an open source program. Anyone can be accessed. Anyone can be accessed. It means anyone can be a part and view it, but they cannot be take and they cannot be transferred from one party to another. Anyone can be view this Bitcoin. How much the each party having, another party having how much Bitcoins like that. But no one can be able to take or share some Bitcoin or steal Bitcoin because the entire system is immutable and decentralized platform. So no one can steal the Bitcoin like that. But anyone can access. It means anyone can view like that. Here comes to the basic history of the Bitcoin. The idea was came under the publications under Satoshi Nakamoto at the year of 2008. He started a Bitcoin network at the 2009, and the first cryptocurrency has been launched in the stock exchange market at 2010. At the 2011, the one Bitcoin value is nearly equal to the one USDs. This is the basic about the history of the Bitcoin. Then, at the year of 2013, one Bitcoin has been gradually increased from 100 USDs. Then, under the Microsoft Corporation Limited, they are overtaking accepted the Bitcoin and allow this to transfer. So, the value of the Bitcoin has been increased and increased and increasing. Meanwhile, at 2017, the one Bitcoin value is nearly has been increases to 5,000 USDs. At 2020, one Bitcoin is nearly came to 35,000 USD. Till date, the Bitcoin has been nearly up to 45,000 USDs. Here stands this graph about this Bitcoin. The value of the Bitcoin it can be seen. At 2017, nearly it has been arrived to 5,000 USDs. While mentioned, this graphical diagram shows the entire growth of the Bitcoin. Then, here come to the Bitcoin ecosystem, a public network which anyone can be access these Bitcoins, including the malicious participants can be also this access this Bitcoin without any restrictions. Even though it is also not organized by central authorities, but it works. It works under the decentralized platform that anyone can view how much Bitcoin they are having like that. These Bitcoins has been used on the blockchain. All the participants are being witnessed. This is this Bitcoin ecosystem. The more participants it possesses, the more security and increase the Bitcoin value. The value of the Bitcoin has been increased due to the participants and security. Meanwhile, the participants increases, it increases in security and reliability, and the Bitcoin value also increases. Buyer views, we have been says as the till now the Bitcoin value has been gradually increased from 45,000 USDs. This is the main reasons. Increase in the participants which increase in the Bitcoin value and possess the more security and reliability by using this decentralized platform. The challenges which protest under this blockchain technology and using this Bitcoin. It consumes some energy consumption. For the large scale operations, the Bitcoin owner should have the high equipped power systems for using this online transaction. So it consumes some power consumption. Scalability is nothing but while using this Bitcoin, you should have a proper scale and also use that money laundering and personal responsibility. Every person is responsible for the party. They only know how they are transferring the Bitcoin. The transactions under the control of the third party, like that. These are the some challenges faced by the Bitcoins. There is no transfer, cutting the middleman. There is no interference of banks and private institutions. We can transfer the Bitcoin from anyone to anyone. Like nowadays, we are transferring the amount from the Google Pay, like that. The Bitcoin has been a digital cryptocurrency. It can be transferred and from one party to another party without a private institutions or sectors like that. Meanwhile, the Bitcoin has been at the year of 2011, the Bitcoin has been become a very famous among the digital cryptocurrencies of transferring the Bitcoins. Here comes to the DOGECOin. It is also a open source program, a newly introduced cryptocurrency. It was launched in 2018. Nowadays, it's become a more trend. Nowadays, it is also a peer-to-peer cryptocurrency. It was launched the year of 2013. The logo is comes under the meme of Shiba Inu dog. Here comes the logo of the DOGECOin. How it looks like. Here the technology which is used under the DOGECOin. The DOGECOin cannot be mined by a AICTs. It is only mineable only by the computer users. Computer users only responsible for this DOGECOin. DOGECOIN's block time is 1 minute, whereas the Litecoin takes 2.5 minutes to add to the block. It is very fast transfer. It takes only 1 minute to transfer from the block to another block. The Litecoin which takes the 2.5 minutes to add to a block. So meanwhile, the DOGECOin has consumes our time to transfer from the block. The mining reward has been limited from 10,000 from the year of 2015. Now the limit has been extended and it's also getting an improvement. In the year of 2014, the first DOGECOin ATM was launched in Vanakalau. We must know about the DOGECOin wallets. The wallets which are conjures, there are four types of DOGECOin wallets: a software wallet, an online wallet, and paper wallet, and a hardware wallet. The four types of the wallets. Here comes to the software wallets. DOGECOin it takes a long time to multi-dog, so it is light. Meanwhile, it stores the download and information which can be used to the DOGECOin. A single doggy has been converted to a multi-doggy. It takes a long amount of time. Meanwhile, the online wallets it allows you to use the DOGECOin blockchain without any storing in the computer. Without storing the wallets in the wallets, it can be used for the online wallets. Paper wallets. These are printable wallets which can be used in a secure way to store your DOGECOin. Printable wallets are formed in the paper wallets, so it can be conveniently used in a secure form of DOGECOin. Hardware wallets. These are the removable hardware devices like USB sticks. It can be quite expensive. Like the USB port, it can be instructed and take a DOGECOin. Like that, we can be transfer the DOGECOINs. Here come to the some of the cryptocurrencies has been listed here. Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. The till rate of the Bitcoin has been nearly 40,000 USDs. Ethereum, the rate of the one Ethereum has been comes to the 2,582.42 USDs. Tether, which it is also a type of the Bitcoin, which symbols is looks like T and like that, which results in a 1.007 USDs. And the privacy it is also a term of Bitcoin. Like the cryptocurrencies, it has a value of 0.00734 USDs. And Binance coin, it has the value of 329.05 USDs of values. Cardno, it is also a type of cryptocurrencies which has the value of 1.3197. XRP, it is also a cryptocurrency which has the value of 0.734 of the values. Whereas USD coins, which has been used as USD, can be a value from 0.99. Then the DOGECOin, which results in the value, we seen that the DOGECOin, which has the value of 0.2043 USD prices. Here comes to the Uniswap cryptocurrencies. It is also a cryptocurrency which has the value of 21.7810 of value USDs. Binance USDs, which results nearly equal to the USD coins, which yields the value of 0.998. Bitcoin Cash, which gives the value of 533.19 USDs. Chainlink, which has the value of 22.04 USDs. Solana, which has the value of 34.36, and Litecoins, which has the value of 140.37 values. And Ethereum, here comes to the second type of the Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, which has the value of 50.646 USDs. And Stellar is a type of cryptocurrencies, which is value of 0.27673. The key features of this blockchain technology, it is only writable and which cannot be used again. It is very immutable and transparent data storage. It is the decentralized platform and does not require any intermediaries to participate. Its overall system is consistent across the state. Overall, the any state of the people can be also be a part in this Bitcoin transaction. It is resistance against the malicious participants. It is open to everyone. That means that everyone can be view it how many bitcoins they are having. It can be transferred only by the parties. The participants only can view how much they are each party is having, like that. This is the basic key features of this blockchain technology by using this Bitcoin. Here comes to the pros of this blockchain technology. Improved on the accuracy by removing the human involvement. Blockchain technology, which avoids the entire human involvement and provides the more and more accuracy without any manual work. Cost and reduction of eliminating the third party verification. It does not require any third party verification. The cost has been reduced gradually without any third party, so it can be used. This decentralized platform which makes it harder to tamper with the transaction with secure, private, and efficient and transparent technology. Decentralized platform is nothing but provides the more security, privacy, and efficient and transparent technology. It provides a banking alternative and way to secure personal information for citizens of countries with unstable and undeveloped governments. So this is the basic pros of this blockchain technology. Here comes to the consequences of this blockchain technology. It is a significant technology. The cost is associated with the mining Bitcoin. The cost is associated only with the mining Bitcoin. The Bitcoin cost is only the responsible for this entire technology. It only passes the low transactions per second. The Bitcoin is nearly passes the low transactions per second. We should use this Bitcoins under the regulation and illicit activities. This is the some consequences, the basic consequences of this Bitcoins, the blockchain technology. Here comes to the advantages of the blockchain technology. These blockchain technologies, which provides the more complexity and the potential has been under the decentralized platform, which can be used as the more and more without any limit. We can use the more users can also be a part. Meanwhile, the more participants has been increases, the Bitcoin value has been also increases. The more participants has been results in the increase in the Bitcoin value. It provides a greater privacy and heightened security to providing a lower processing fees and few errors like that. Blockchain technology may very well seen in the application belong outlined above. Many technologies has been used under the blockchain technologies. The banking and financial institutions, the LICs, and more and more under it. It also has been implemented under the AI, artificial intelligence, and machine learnings. Many outdated data has been converted. It can be easily used under this blockchain technologies. The main goal of the blockchain technology is to allow the digital information to be recorded and distributed, but it's not be edited. This is the main goal of the blockchain technology. All the banking, financial institutions, all the institutions like all are using this blockchain technology. This is the advanced technology. It can be carried out by the every companies, private companies like that. Thank you. Do you have any queries? Participants, kindly raise your queries with us.
Thank you, sir. I now thank Mr. S. Kirti Kumar for being here with us and sharing your knowledge and ideas with us. It captured all our attention throughout the session. We all got to learn so much about the blockchain technology, a topic well explained. We all appreciate the effort and energy you took for this session. I would also like to thank the participants for joining us in this session and giving us your utmost cooperation. I hope that you all have a clear understanding and vision about blockchain technology. Finally, I kindly request you all to fill the feedback form of this session that has been posted in the chat box, and all the participants will receive your webinar certificate in a couple of days. Thank you. Happy learning.